Winky was able to land what was kind of an eye-popping jab early in the round. Then they would have a clash of heads. We mentioned this happens in Peter Quillin fights from time to time. And here they did have a banging of heads a little bit while Quillin was landing some good power punches to the body. And that wasn't really anyone's fault. And then as Quillin bends his head down, a right to the kind of the back of the head. And that happened several times by Winky Wright. Right on the Cuban flag, interestingly enough. I don't think there's anything political in that.
Right. A bruise under his right eye. And this is the 10th and final round of this middleweight special attraction. Winky Wright in gray and red. Peter Quillin in the black trunks. How do you see this fight, Al, so far as we head into the final round? How do you see this one?
Yeah, I think that Peter Quillin is likely ahead in this fight. It was a two-point round and a knockdown round, and then he hurt Winky in another round, and he's been pretty consistent in winning these rounds. So I believe Peter Quillin is ahead by so much that Winky would need a knockout to win this fight.
Winky pulling the jab, throws the right hook, gets through. Now Quillin bounces off the ropes.
And as you look at Peter Quillin, I guess the question in people's minds will be, did he win more because Winky is a little diminished, or did he win because he's improved?
I think it's a combination of both.
I agree with you. So you answered that question that people are asking out there.
Good combination punching by Quillin. Left hook may have gotten through, the only one to get through. Lead uppercut. Stop landing. Stop punching up right here. Let's go. Box. Wright thought that going straight up the middle was going to be his route to success in this fight.
He did, and when you look at the video of Peter Quillin, you believe that's so. But I think Peter Quillin has shown that he's a little more nuanced defensively than you think he is, and a little better defensively.
Left hook, right hand. That right hand blocked by Wright.
Now, again, there's the jab of Wright. Now, mind you, Sergio Martinez, a left-hander who's a little bit more effective, might be coming straight up the middle and being more effective against Quillin. But Quillin would sure like the chance to find out if he could deal with that.
So in this performance, what has Wright shown us?
Well, I think what he's shown is a grit and determination, and what he's also shown, and Steve Farhood said this to us at the meetings, and he was right. He said if Winky Wright was going to take this fight, he probably should have taken a tune-up before he did it. And I think at the end of the day, Steve Farhood is correct in that opinion.
Winky telling us that he just wanted to fight Quillin, beat him, prove that he was a championship caliber fighter again after the long layoff. Wright backing up. 2 seconds. Quillin. Wonderful job by Kid Chocolate as Winky Wright, who may have needed that tune-up, came on a little better toward the end of the fight.
He had his moments in this fight, and you're right, he did come on a little better in some of those later rounds, but was unable to. He didn't have enough power to really hurt Quillin, and Quillin was not as easy to hit as he thought he might be. And you have to credit, you saw Freddie Rochaline in there, he and Eric Brown. There's Eric. They've done a very nice job with Peter Quillin. Is he ready for a middleweight champion? If not, Martinez, perhaps Daniel Gale, who's got one of the championships, or Felix Sturm, a couple of fighters in Europe. That would be either of those would be fascinating matchups.
So let's take a look back. Winky Wright knocked down with a minute left in the 5th round from a right uppercut to the chin.
Yeah, this looping right hand would get there and send Winky Wright down. Not a sight we see very much in Winky Wright's career. And then at the end of the 10th round,
here comes the uppercut.
Yeah, here's where we're going to see that. And he's actually whacking him there with some good right hands, and had Winky Wright in some trouble. And coming off layoffs like this, how have fighters done? Well, you can see here, George Foreman's the granddaddy of them all in that department. And how many fights it took them to get to a world title. Winky Wright, based upon this performance at age 40, may not get himself to a world title matchup, but you see some of the great names in the sport that did it. And that run for Muhammad Ali, by the way, is one that was very extraordinary. That got him to fight George Foreman in Zaire.
So Winky Wright, after the long layoff, comes back into boxing to take on a youngster, an up-and-comer, and Kid Chocolate, as you take a look at the show stats.
They demonstrate that Peter Quillin is the likely winner of this fight.
All right, for the official decision, here's Jimmy Lennon Jr.
Ladies and gentlemen, after 10 rounds of action, we have a unanimous decision. Here are the score totals. Judge at ringside, Marty Denkin, scores about 97-92. Judges Guenadair and Alejandro Rochin both scored about 98-91. All three in favor of the winner, and still undefeated, Kid Chocolate, Peter Quillin.
So Peter Quillin improves his record to 27-0. Maybe his most notable victory against a veteran and future Hall of Famer in Winky Wright. Quillin with a knockdown in this fight, also a great uppercut, almost knocked Winky Wright down for a second time.
And so far, the older fighter has lost every fight here tonight. Antonio Tarver would like to change that sitting in the dressing room. We'll see if he will.
Now let's go to Jim Gray, who's standing by with the winner.
All right, thank you very much, Gus. Kid Chocolate, Peter, congratulations to you. What does it mean to you to have now beaten Winky Wright, who will be a Hall of Famer?
Well, it means nothing compared to when my father came here 32 years ago. Came to this country for opportunity, and you know, this fight wasn't an easy fight at all. It was hard earned. I would give all credit to Winky Wright. He came exactly what I thought he was going to do. He was going to put his heart on the line, but this means and shows that I have heart too, and you know, I'm not taking away from my performance. I'm just very fortunate what God paid this platform for me to be able to showcase my talent here on Showtime with my dad being here and my family. This is important to me.
The fifth round, you're able to knock him down with that straight right hand. Tell us about that punch.
Well, champions are not just people that win fight. Champions are people that get off the canvas and be able to fight harder. That's what Winky Wright did. I didn't want to be one of those fighters that throw everything out. I know he's very smart and crafty. I had to be smart in the ring, and you know, I had to watch for my shots. If I didn't see the opportunity to take the shot, well, it's not meant for me to take, you know. But that shows exactly what kind of fighter Winky Wright is, to be able to get off the shot. I hit him hard. I felt it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't know exactly how it went, but I know I hit him hard. But he got off the canvas. That means something even harder to me.
What's this like for you to have come as far as you have? You told us the story yesterday of when you went to New York. You had nowhere to go. You got on the number 4 train, and IHOP had fired you, and you just had no place and nothing in your life. And now to have beaten a Hall of Famer and now possibly put yourself in a championship position. How do you assess from where you are, where you were to where you are? Well,
crap is only crap when you eat it. And how you know it's crap? Because you could taste it. This is my step up the ladder, being signed with Golden Boy, being with my managers, being with Al Heyman, being with Golden Boy, being able to be here with Showtime. This is all some positive energy. I know exactly how this feels, but I won't believe it. I think hard work is the #1 thing I have to thank to be able to be here where I'm at.
Congratulations tonight, kid. Let's talk to Winky. Winky, tonight wasn't your night, but you'd had almost 4 years off. Was it rust, or was it just father time?
It was definitely rust. A little bit of father time, but it was rust. Take nothing away from me for the good fight. He did a little better than I thought he would with some of his punches. he wasn't really a big puncher. He caught me one time with a flash knockdown, but it didn't hurt. It was just threw it out of nowhere, boom, and I went down. And but I got right back up.
Did your mind wander ever during the fight to what this might have been had you fought a guy like this 5-6 years ago?
Oh, no. You know, we live in the moment. You know what I'm saying? He fought a good fight. Take nothing away from him. He fought had a good fight. I wanted to throw my left more, but the way he was leaning, I couldn't really catch him with it. And then, you know, he would come back with these wild punches. But, no, he fought a good fight. Take nothing away from him.
Winky, you said you wanted to fight again because you hated the way that it ended with Paul Williams.
Yeah.
Now this ends this way tonight. Was this the end of your career?
We'll see. We'll think about it. We definitely will think about it. He fought, like I said, I think he was a little too big. I wanted to fight 54. And, you know, it is what it is. I ain't mad. I felt I fought a good fight. And I did think he won.
Winky, we thank you. You've had a great career, and we've enjoyed it.
Thank you.
All right, Gus, back to you.
Thank you very much, Jim. Let's see how the official scoring went for Wright. Quillin, as Peter Quillin continues to celebrate, throwing out.
Yeah, pretty dominant scoring for Quillin. A couple more rounds given on Marty Denkin's scorecard, but clearly he was the winner in that 2-point round because the knockdown helped him.
So Peter Quillin remains undefeated at 27-0. Winky Wright, he's got some decisions to make about his future.